everybody that's not in the truth, all right? Everybody outside of the temple, all right? Everybody that don't have this doctrine of life.
Before I get this very short lesson started, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, of whom I learned this truth from, and a shalom to the hopeful elect and the 144,000 taking this new song, the 100% truth to the four corners of the earth. This is your brother Radah, just with a really quick lesson. I was listening to a lesson, and I loved what this brother said towards the end of the lesson about martyrdom, about resisting to the point of death, man, and not fearing death, and it being a beautiful death. And you know, we all want to get beamed up. Everybody wants to get beamed up in the chariots, but there is a portion for the elect. There is a portion of the elect that they will taste the martyr death, which ends with the crown of life. And I don't know if we hear about this enough, but this brother goes into it, man, and he just beautifully says it. I want to play it, get a few precepts, and then we'll be done.
This is what's going to happen. This is how he's going to do it. All right. This is the book of Revelation. This is Revelation 13 and verse 16. All right. Now I'm going to start at 15. Then the second beast was given power to breathe to the image of the first beast. All right. This is America. This is Rome giving power to America and NATO, the EU. Okay. All right. So this so-called white man has power to do these things. It's given to him of the Lord to implement this wicked ass scheme he's gonna do in this final hour, so that the image could speak and cause all you who refuse to worship the image to be killed. And that's us. That's one devil I'm ready to take. Now, I don't want to.
And this is the point. This is what I want. I said all that to say this. Right? I recorded this video to capture this point. This point that he makes is so beautiful. I'm gonna run it back a little bit, and I'm gonna let it play.
Nigga shit. This could speak and cause all you who refuse to worship the image to be killed. And that's us. That's one devil I'm ready to take. Now, I don't want to die on no nigga shit. Oh, but that's a beautiful death. To reject his devil, his image, and his microchip, that's a beautiful death. All right? That's one I would embrace. Now, do I want to die and be tortured? I'm not going to be over righteous. Fuck no. Even our great king said he didn't want it. But he said, let not my will be done but let your will be done. All right? You can't fear death in this thing, man. You got to program your mind, ask the Lord to put the spirit on you where you like, fuck it. Hey, because just think, this is what I do. Just think of eternity. All right? Once you reject this devil and reject this stuff he's going to throw at us, you got eternity to live and rule, man. All right? So nothing on this side is worth trying to save your life. That's why a great king say, he that save his life will lose it, and he that loses his life will save it. All right? And that's the mentality you got to have, man. Verse 16.
All right, let's get some precepts real quick that backs that up, and then we'll be done. Let me see. Put off. So Yahushai told Peter, let me see, Peter, do you love me? Do you love me on the beach, right? Do you love me? Peter, son, Peter, do you love me? Do you love me? Which goes into a future prophecy that Yahushua gives Peter, right? So Yahushua has been resurrected. He's been to the cross. He's been resurrected. The apostles that we understand are now they're considering all these things. They're pondering things. They don't know all the way what's going on. They knew that he was going to go to the cross, but they're still dealing with the whole fact that he's dead and that he's been risen, right? So Peter and John are on the beach fishing. And let me see. Let's go back a few. Let's go back. Let me pull up the whole chapter. Okay, so Peter and John are fishing, right? Verse 3, Simon Peter saith unto them, I go a-fishing. They say unto him, we also go with thee. So they went forth and entered into a ship immediately, and that night they caught nothing. But when the morning was come, Yahushua stood on the shore. But the disciples knew not that it was Yahushua. And Yahushua said unto them, Children, have ye any meat? They answered him, No. And he said unto them, Cast the net on the right side of the ship, and ye shall find. They cast therefore, and now they were not able to draw it for the multitude of the fishes. Therefore, that disciple whom Yahushua loved, and we know that that was the apostle John, said unto Peter, It is the Lord. Now when Simon Peter heard that it was the Lord, he girt his fisher's coat unto him. I want to point something out too with verse 7, if you guys can receive it. We both know that Peter is the head apostle, right? Amongst these 12 apostles, and that John was the youngest. But all 12 of them were apostles. All 12 of them walked with Yahushua, and all 12 of them were prophets, correct? All of them saw Yahushua on the beach in verse 6. Or was it, let me see. Okay. Hold on. But they didn't recognize him. Okay, they saw that they heard him, but they didn't know it was him. But when the morning was come, now Yahushua stood on the shore, but okay, right there in verse 4. But the disciples knew not that it was Yahushua. They didn't recognize him. Their friend, their brother, their king, their master, that they had been walking with for 3 years, they didn't recognize him in his resurrected body on the shore. Okay. Yet you get down to verse 7, therefore the disciple whom Yahushua loved said unto Peter, It's him. John, the youngest, recognized Yahushua. Peter did not argue with John, even though up in verse 4 it says, but the disciples knew not that it was Yahushua. Why? This is how powerful our relationships are with each other. Each one of us, the hopeful elect, each one of us connected to brothers in GMS, each one of us connected to captains and connected to bishops and going upward to the apostles, to the elders and apostles, regardless of age, at times, every single one of us is going to say something. We're going to know something. We're going to recognize something in Yahushua that maybe someone else doesn't right away. This goes into how important our relationships are with each other. That's why it's so important that we listen to each other, all of us, no matter how old or how young, because you're going to have a dynamic sometimes like this where you have the head apostle and the youngest apostle, and the youngest apostle is going to recognize Yahushua. And because of the youngest apostle's relationship with the head apostle, Peter knew that John was authentic. Peter understood that John was trustworthy. Peter doesn't argue. What does Peter do? He jumps right off the ship at the sound of John's voice about Yahushua and heads straight to Yahushua. I just wanted to point that out. So verse 7, therefore the disciples whom Yahushua loved saith unto Peter, It is the Lord. Now when Simon Peter heard that it was the Lord, he girt his fisher's coat unto him, for he was naked, and he did cast himself into the sea. And the other disciples came into the little ship, for they now were not far from land, but as it were 200 cubits, dragging the fish, or the net with the fishes. As soon then as they were come to the land, they saw a fire of coals there, and fish laid thereon, and bread. Yahushua said unto them, Bring of the fish which ye have now caught. Simon Peter went up and drew the net to the land full of the great fishes, 153, and for all there were so many, yet was not the net broken. Yahushua said unto them, Come and dine. And none of the disciples durst ask him, Who art thou? Knowing that it was the Lord. Yahushua then cometh and taketh bread and giveth them, and fish likewise. This is now the third time that Yahushua showed himself to his disciples, after that he was risen from the dead. So when they had dined, Yahushua, after they ate, look at this. This is a very intimate setting, man. Yahushua is restoring all of them by restoring Peter. By them watching him restore Peter and confront Peter, it's also happening with them too. It's taking place in all of them as a whole. So when they had dined, Yahushua said to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He said unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, Feed my lambs. He saith to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He saith unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, Feed my sheep. And of course, we understand the importance of rebuking in the gate, being at camp, the brothers at camp, when they're declaring the truth, lifting up our lessons daily, multiple times in a week, on the internet, on the unicorn, for people all over the earth to listen and to be fed by this truth. This is what this is also coming into, constantly being a witness for Yahushua and this 100% truth, the correct doctrine, and bidding in the hopefully elect to the marriage supper of the Lamb. That's what this goes into. He said unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Yahushua said unto him, Feed my sheep. Now this is the part that we're going to go into also. Verse 18, this prophecy. Verily, verily, I say unto thee, when thou wast young, thou girdest thyself, and walkest whither thou wouldest. But when thou shalt be old, thou shalt stretch forth thy hands, and another shall gird thee and carry thee whither thou wouldest not. Verse 19 explains it. This spake he, signifying by what death he should glorify the power. And when he had spoken this, he saith unto him, Follow me. Follow him into what? Follow him into a life of discipleship, a life of being an apostle, a life of being a prophet, and a life that would end in a martyred type death. Let's get that precept. I believe I believe Peter is saying, I got to put off my tent. I must put off this tabernacle, talking about his body. Yep. Okay. So Peter is, I believe, so those of you who are more seasoned, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe in this epistle, Peter he's confined. He is being held, I believe, by the Roman Empire, because he's talking about, look, knowing that shortly I must put off this my tabernacle, even as the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach has showed me. Now, I don't know if he's prophetically or in agreement speaking and he's free, or if he is literally arrested and writing this letter from prison, knowing that he's going to be crucified shortly. Either way, look at this, man. What Yahushua said in John about him dying this way is now, it's nearer than it was before. And Peter he's still doing the work. He's still glorifying Yahushua, and he's not trying to save his life. He's going to die. He knows he's going to die a martyr death. And this is the head apostle Peter. Okay, knowing that shortly I must put off this, my tabernacle, even as the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach has showed me. So, going off of what that brother did, and I want to pull up another intense moment of the same type of, I believe it's Maccabees 7. This is a very, let me see, is it second Maccabees? I think it's second Maccabees. Yeah, it's the second Maccabees. So this is a mother and 7 sons, and if you guys haven't read this, I strongly suggest that you read this and study it. Read it one time through, and then read it one time through where you're just reading what's being said by the 7 brothers and the mother. Don't read what's being done to them. Read it one time through if you haven't read it, and then read it the second time through. Just read the things that are coming out of their mouths and the praises and the declarations that they're saying, and it will minister to you deeply. But this chapter is a chapter of martyrdom. This is a crown of life. This is a crown of life chapter. It goes into an account where there's 7 sons and a mother, and they're being asked to deny. I believe this is behind eating pork. They're being asked to deny the laws, which is our heritage, publicly, And this family makes a stand and says, no, it's not worth it. We're not going to do this. We're not going to eat pork just to save our lives. We're not going to transgress the laws. We're not going to deny Yahushai. Because what is Yahushai? Isn't he called the Word of God? Isn't one of the names, look at this, isn't one of the names of Yahushai, actually, he is called the Word of the power of the highest, right? Yahushai, let me see. Yeah. So look at Revelations 9:13. So, and he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of God. Something about Yahushua, you guys. Yahushua is the Word of God. He's not just Yahushua. He is the actual, he is the precepts, he is the prophecies, he's the laws, statutes, and commandments. He's all of that, man. He is the living Word of the Most High. So the law, in essence, at times, or can be viewed as Yahushua. King David goes into Psalms 119. Thy law is forever. Let me see. Thy law is, or no. Thy testimonies are an heritage. An inheritance. Look at this. Look at King David. And we got to fashion ourselves after King David, right? After Yahushua, because the tabernacle of David, right? The tabernacle and the throne of David. So thy testimonies have I taken as an heritage forever, for they are the rejoicing of my heart. Well, what is the testimonies? The testimonies goes into the covenant. The testimonies. So if you study Psalms 19, I would suggest that you do this too. Psalms 119 is King David by the Spirit breaking down the laws, the statutes, the testimonies, the prophecies, the testimonies, and it's so you have this whole. Just look at the word, okay? You got the Word of God, right? And then you have sections. You have prophecies, you have laws and statutes and commandments, right? And then you have the testimonies, right? And then you have proverbs and dark sayings. You have all these different facets of the word, and they together, the prophecies, including the laws, including the testimonies, including the precepts, together they're called the testimonies, right? And so it shows you all the different facets of the word. So I'm saying all that to say this: if we keep the word of his patience, right? Keep the word of his patience, okay? We are keeping him, and he will keep us, because look, because we keep him, and the word keep is to protect and guard, right? And to let's get that in the blue letter. But look, let's read it here. Revelations 3:10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon them. Let me suggest something. This doesn't just mean being beamed up. This means being given this. This means being given the Spirit, the boldness, and wisdom shall be the stability of thy time. This means being given the wisdom, which will then produce stable emotions, a stable logic, a stable heart, a stable mind, a stable stance in the face of martyrdom, and you will not panic. You will not seek to save your life, right? This is also what this means. Being kept from the hour of temptation just doesn't mean being beamed up. It also means being given the fortitude. It means being given the fire, the strength to go boldly through the fire and to not bow when given an opportunity to deny Yahushua concerning the mark of the beast, the M.O.T.B. This is both. because thou hast kept the word of my patience. I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that shall dwell upon the earth. It's not just being escaping and running and hiding and getting spiritual power. It doesn't just mean that. It also means if you get martyred, if you get captured, you're going to have the fortitude. You're going to have the fire in you. You're going to have the supernatural endowment to go through it. And it's not gonna shake you. It's not gonna have, oh death, where is that sting? It's not gonna overcome you. You're gonna overcome it. All right. So then look at this also. There's another one. They love not their life. They loved not their lives. Their lives to the point of death. To the point of death. Look at this. And so this goes in, though. This is what we're going to need, man. We're going to need all of this understanding. Okay. Revelations 12 and 11. And they overcame him. Who's the him? This is talking about Esau. This is talking about the dragon, the serpent, and the devil. It's talking about Esau, the system, the beast system, the false prophet. This is talking about every aspect of what Esau is on the earth right now. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And what's the testimony? The testimony of Yahushua, which is what? The spirit of prophecy, which is what? The new song, the 100% truth. Understanding our heritage, which is the laws, the statutes, the commandments, the prophecies, the precepts, being able to flow precept upon precept and standing firm in that. And they love not their lives unto death. So we got the blood of Yahushua, we got the vocalization, the new song, the harping, us declaring the 100% truth, and within that, not wanting to hold on to our lives, not fearing to lose our lives, trusting that he's going to keep us, right? Because we kept the word of his patience. So I wanted to give those precepts. There's a whole bunch more. There's a lot more. But I want to get right back to what this brother was saying and how he was saying it. Hold on.
Rule, man. All right. So now, do I want to die and be tortured? I'm not gonna. Because speaking cause all you who refuse to worship the image to be killed, and that's us. That's one death I'm ready to take. I don't want to die with no nigga shit. Oh, but that's a beautiful death. To reject his devil, his image.
You see that? So he's mentioning there's two ways to die. There's a 2/3 nigga way to die in the carnality of rebellion and harlotries and being a whore and being connected to Esau and his kingdom and just living foul. And then there's a way to go out like a saint, right? To live, to be a sweet and smelling savor, man. Oh, one more precept. Sweet and smelling savor. Look at this. It's in Revelation. Let me see. We're given white robes and told to wait. Given white robes, and we're told to wait. Watch. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Okay, look at this. This is Revelation 6:11, and this is going into dying, right? Okay. Let's go to one before it. Okay, one more. Okay, so this is Revelation 6:9, and when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of the power and for the testimony which they held. Who is this, you guys? This is your 1/3. This is your 144. This is your hopeful elect. They're the only ones that qualify to be able to operate in this area. They're the only ones who have the 100% truth. This is your 1/3 with the name of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai on their foreheads, right? This is the harpers harping the new song mentioned in Revelation 14. They are the only acceptable to partake in this. So this tells you the fifth seal, when the fifth seal is open, that there is a lot, that there is a portion of the 1/3 that is going to walk through this, that is acceptable to walk through this. It's not going to be some twisted thing. It's going to be a sweet and smelling savor for Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, an honor for those elect souls to go this route, this martyrdom route, the crown of life for Yahweh Shai. And when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of the power and for the testimony which they held. That's the gospel of Yahweh Shai. Okay, and they cried with a loud voice, saying, "How long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth?" Okay, and white robes were given unto them, and white robes were given unto every one of them, and it was said unto them that they should rest yet for a little season, until their fellow servants also and their brethren that should be killed as they were should be fulfilled. There is a portion of us that's going to die, you guys. Everybody doesn't get beamed up. But when you die this way, you still get beamed up because the dead in Hamashiach rise first. What does that mean? From this place at the altar, when Yahushua gets the order to come back in the chariot, the spirits that are here in the white robes go into the chariot first, get their glorified bodies, then they come down with Yahushua and the other fiery hosts and watch, or they're already inside the chariots watching the 1/3 getting beamed up when the missiles are getting launched. That's what that means, man. So let's go back to this, brother. Let me finish this off.
His microchip, that's a beautiful death. All right, that's one I would embrace.
It is when he said that, man, my spirit, I was like, golly, I needed to hear someone say that, man, because it's the truth. To die in the spirit, to die as an elect spirit, to die as an elect soul, to die as an elect body, man, for Yahushua during Jacob's trouble correctly is a beautiful death. It's an honorable death. It matches Yahushua's on a smaller level for him. It is a sweet and smelling savor. It's a clean sacrifice, you guys. Only an elect man, only a 1/3 can die like this, where it's in this category. This is deep.
Now, do I want to die and be tortured? I'm not going to be over righteous. Fuck no.
And I love that he balanced it out with that. I loved that he wasn't being overly righteous and acting stupid. No, and I don't know who wants to be tortured. No one wants to be tortured, but to die for Yahushua, man. You know what I'm saying? Like and I loved how he balanced it out, man. I had to do a lesson on this. This man he touched my heart with this, man. I had to do a commentary on what he was saying, man. I loved how he spoke. It just wasn't, he's not trying to be super spiritual. He's not trying to be super, just saying, no, man, but there is a reality to this death. Listen.
Our great king said he didn't want it. But he said, let not my, all right? That's one I would embrace. Now, do I want to die and be tortured? I'm not going to be over righteous. Fuck no. Even our great king said he didn't want it. But he said, let not my will be done but let your will be done, all right? You can't fear death in this thing, man. You got to program your mind, ask the Lord to put the spirit on you where you like, fuck it. Hey, because just think, this is what I do. Just think of eternity, all right? Once you reject this devil and reject this stuff he's going to throw at us, you got eternity to live and rule, man. That's a beautiful death. To speak and cause all you who refuse to worship the image to be killed, and that's us. That's one death I'm ready to take. I don't want to die with no nigga shit. Oh, but that's a beautiful death. To reject his devil, his image, and his microchip, that's a beautiful death. All right, that's one I would embrace. Now, do I want to die and be tortured? I'm not going to be over righteous. Fuck no. Even our great king said he didn't want it. But he said, let not my will be done but let your will be done. All right? You can't fear death in this thing, man. You got to program your mind, ask the Lord to put the spirit on you where you like, fuck it. Hey, because just think, this is what I do. Just think of eternity. All right? Once you reject this devil and reject this stuff he's going to throw at us, you got eternity to live and rule, man. it's worth trying to save your life. That's why a great king say, "He that save his life will lose it, and he that loses his life will save it." All right.
See, man, I could just listen to this over and over again. I'm so Kahala Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash, the water Yahweh Shai for the saints, for the men, for the prophets, for the men of GMS. So I pray that this lesson was edifying. It was just a very beautiful portion of that lesson I had to capture and do a lesson on, man. I pray this was edifying. I want to give double honors to Yahweh. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakodash, and I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone of whom I learned from, and a shalom to the elect and the hopeful elect, taking this truth, the 140, the new song to the four corners of the earth, bidding the elect to the marriage supper of the Lamb. This is your brother Radal. Shalom.